I really love course management, and I'm going to try to manage my way around this golf course from the back tees at around level par. But I'm going to show you how I use an app to actually plan my way around golf courses, making it much easier for me to pick targets, to hit the right club, and to get the ball into the right position so I don't tank my score. So I've got the shot pattern app out here. I'm not hitting my driver as far as normal, so I'm going to put it out at about 280 yards, 290 yards, even 275. And if I have my 75 yards of space here and no chance of penalty, I'm going to hit my driver. If I were to take a 200 yard club, I've got a lot of space up there, and I'm going to leave another 200 yard shot in from the back tees here. It's not worth the risk of going in the left hand bunker with the shorter club and then having a 200 yard shot. I need to hit a little bit longer to clear that first bunker and to actually get into the wider space between the trees on the right. Allez wah, caddy. Allez wah. Allez wah. Allez wah. Not the greatest chip of all time. These are the kind of holes that really make the difference for me with an app like this, because they're quite nuanced. You can't just bash a driver up there. If I hit the driver really good, I can go in the water. And if I stay short of the water, I'm going to have a shot from the fairway bunker under 100 yards. I hate those shots, they don't work. And then on the left we have more water, so it's not going to fit my driver. 3-wood, it can fit, but it's still going to leave me a wedge from a fairway bunker on the right and a chance of going in the water, so I'm out. Let's go down to a 2-iron. Now 2-iron is going to stay short of the bunker, perfect, and I don't have a propensity to hook that thing into the water left. It will leave me a slightly longer shot, but it's a trade-off I'm willing to have. Longer clubs. Damn. We have 115 yards remaining, and I have to take into account that my wedges are a little weak lately. So with that in mind, I'm going to hit the 48 degree from 115. Normally my 125 club, but I'm just assuming I'm not hitting it that well. See, they're a little bit fat. That's going to probably be short of the green. Yeah, right on the front. Ooh, baby. Did you see how that just turned at the end like that, huh? On this hole, I just don't want to go into that bunker. So I'm going to take enough club to definitely clear 183 on this hole. Third hole of the day, I'm not warm, so I'm going to hit the 6-iron. I normally hit the 7. The wind is off the left, so I can definitely aim this to the left, and we can see my scatter pattern definitely favors on this distance going more toward the left side. If I go to the left, I'm going to ensure almost always hitting the green and no chance of going in the bunker. With that in mind, we're going to go to the edge of those trees behind the green, 6-iron, because we're not 100% warm. Oh, jeez. There's the jacket, huh? Stinky Winkies, this is another one of those nuanced holes. It's playing uphill, left to right. Look, we cannot see the right side of the hole. It's blocked out by these big ass jungle bushes over here. So what we can see there is not that wide, but the app can give me the confidentiality to know what is there by looking at the overhead map and picking a line, but only if I have the confidentiality to see that line and hit that line, trusting that the ball's going to go in, play properly. And that's just a little bit, a bridge too far for me. So if I take out the driver here, I can see that up at that range is kind of moderately enough space, but not enough for me to feel confidential. And if it goes in the bushes either side here, there's no getting the ball. It's gone. It's a hazard. So I have to take a drop on the tee. So let's drop that back to 60 yards and a 3-wood. 3-wood is touch and go. And you know what? I'm just going to have to take it. It's very easy to fit my 2-iron into play here and hit a 180-yard shot up the hill. Just what I'm going to have to do. Now that is a confidential shot. This is the thing, there's no nuance. When people say aggressive golf is more fun, aggressive golf, you have to play aggressive golf is nuanced. Aggressive plus no proficiency equals catastrophe. Aggression to conservative targets with proficiency equals great scores. And that proficiency is nuanced. What is your proficiency? Are you like at 20 handicap level? 20 handicap plus aggressive without the conservative, without understanding, creates 25 handicap. Scratch golf with conservative targets, aggressive shots, scratch golf. That's how it is, nuanced. That actually fits into my aggressive shots. It's a conservative target. There was a few trees up there, very conservative distance, but I can give it a cocky swing, which is an aggressive shot. This is actually the key. It's not just aggressive, dude. Gonna down a few beers and get real aggressive like. We've got 170 yards. It's up the hill. Definitely gonna be playing 180. So I'm gonna take the 6, just be sure. Let's clear that water. Anytime I go in a hazard and I have to take a drop, well, I guess I'm not really gonna be playing scratch golf. Money. We flew that by 15 yards. I measured it to the pin and I'm going to use that info for inputting the shots later. But now I have to think it's onto a downslope. It's 15 yards. I want to carry this halfway, roll out halfway. Normally I take a pitching wedge, but because it's on a downslope, I'm going to take the 52 degree and hit the same landing spot. Let's make the birdie. Okay, maybe I should have taken the pitching wedge. They're not running. This isn't Augusta, right? It's not Augusta. Now, when we measure this, we can see it's just over 6 foot. We'd say about 6.5 feet. So 6.5 feet, I'm feeling about a 1.5% slope. 1.5% slope is just outside the cup. We're talking like half a ball on the left-hand side. That's my formula. Let's see if it works on the slower green. Like a bomb. Players, you know me, I only bring you the best stuff. I've been using shot pattern for over a year now. If you like the idea, you like what I'm showing you, use the link in the description. You get 20% off for being a golf sidekick player and gangbanger and granny killer. On par 5s, I'm really trying to make birdies, but at the same time, I'm guarding against bogeys. I can hit the driver, but there's not enough space up there. There's water left, and then there's jungle on the right-hand side. I'm going to hit 2 balls for you to show you that what I would do is take a 60-yard area and see there that my 3-wood is actually going to be a fine shot here. So I would say first choice 3-wood, second choice probably 4-iron, third choice driver. Now shot pattern app is telling me my aiming point is the edge of the tree next to the water. That's money. That's money. Let's see where driver goes. Now I'm willing to lose this golf ball for you just to show you. Now that could be good, could be good. We've got 266 yards remaining. It's so easy for me to just simply lay one up over this tree here. The thing I have to take into account is I'm on a downslope. It's very firm, very sparse lie. Am I going to be able to get a club over that tree with this lie? It's going to come out lower, it's on firmer ground, it's touch and go. So I have to be very confidential the loft is going to be enough. That's going to depend on what layup I leave myself. Using the shot pattern app, I can see that a nice 150 yarder is going to leave me 110 into the hole, which is perfect. And if it takes a big bounce, I'm going to have 100 into the hole. So I'll hit a 150 yard shot. Yeah, we're going to leave ourselves a 52 or 56 in money. It's like I used to say to my ex-girlfriends, I'm so sorry I'm long, but I hit the ball into the water here, which it's very firm, guys. It's very firm. It's an anomaly, and this is what you have to get used to on this course. The course I was playing much softer. This one's firmer. In the water. So what I do is when I bring that driver into play, I bring this water into play. I bring a drop shot into play. I then bring a chase my losses into play. Have to hit the green from here. I then hit it in the water and I take another drop. So I'm dropping 2, hitting 3, dropping 4, hitting 5. I'm taking a double bogey to be sure of clearing. Perfect. This is one that gets very, very tricky for me. This is one of the toughest tee shots on this golf course. There's a chance of going in the woods on the left or the woods on the right, and I have to re-tee. So if we put that back to 3 wood, it's kind of fitting in there, and it's giving me a 200 and something yard shot into the hole. If I hit the 2 iron, it's going to fit in play. It's going to leave me a long shot into the green, but you know, my thing today is just preserve golf balls. I don't want to lose golf balls. I hate it. I hate hitting in the bushes. Taking a bogey or whatever, I'll make it back. But this hole could turn into a double or triple. That was not a good shot. We've got the ball on a very tight lie here, very firm. It's like concrete. So we're going to hit a hybrid. It's 203 yards. Well, that was lucky. That could be really good. On the green. Wow. Yard shot. Now 20-yard shot from this lie, there's no way I can bump and run a club into the elephant grass. It's like Velcro. So I'll take a sand wedge, 56 degree. I'm going to just open the face up. It's on a downslope. So I'm going to open that face up. The ball's sitting slightly up on this sticky grass. I'm going to try to get my shoulders level with the slope and swing with the slope. Keep that club head low. Let's see if I can get a low one out here with a bit of spin on it. Well, I completely botched it by hitting it flat. I got lucky like hell. It's just a formula. 12-foot putt, 1.5% slope. 1.5 divided by 2, 0.75. 12 times 0.75 is 9. 9 inches from the middle of the cup. Because it's a slower green, took a little bit less, probably about 8 inches in the hole. The shot pattern app is telling me that the perfect line is toward the right edge of the tree at the end of the first fairway. So we line up the 2 iron there. We know we have, especially nice to know, this tree in front of us is easily cleared with the 2 iron, not so much with the driver, which also narrows our corridor. No risk, no problems. I like to use the app on par 5 layups because I can't exactly see the width or what's standing in my way there. So I like that the overhead map can show me that. And I find that on a layup, I just don't need to go into that big ass bunker on the right. But there's so much space there short of it. So what I can do is try leave myself, let's say 100 to 115 for those wedges. I like the 52 and 48 working a bit better than the 56. So if I do that and I hit it toward that bunker, the ball must go less than 175. So if I hit the ball 175, I'm going to leave myself a wedge, money. Wow, I'm glad I took that because I just splayed that straight at the bunker. And it's well short of it. Wow, that was horrific. So on an approach like this from 120, which we set up to a good distance, I've missed a really easy approach shot by maybe 3 yards. I've got into the light rough here. I'm not just clipping it off a tight lie off the fairway knowing exactly what's going to happen. It's sitting up a little bit, which is nice, but at the same time I've got to be careful of how the club interacts with the turf. So let's set this one up at the right-hand side of those 2 trees, the right-hand side trunk, and let's get it on. Caught it pretty good, should be on. Yeah, whoop, wow. Okay, let's get this on. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. 5 feet, 1%. Now on this tee shot, I can't use a driver. Let's be honest, that's ridiculous. There's no point to hit a 280-yard shot into what equates to about a 30-yard landing area, 40-yard landing area. Benefit of hitting a driver and having it actually go in play and not into the stuff on the right is going to leave me an 80-yard shot. I don't want an 80-yard shot. So I'm going to go ultra aggressive conservative, measure to the bunker, that's 237. And I'm going to hit a 4 iron because it can't go in that bunker, leaving me probably 140, 150 yards into the hole, which for me is absolutely money on this hole. We'll get that 150 yard shot like we planned, but we hoped it was in the fairway. It's not. Some of the times I'm just a scrappy low handicap player. It's going to look very different to you than people playing on YouTube to their plus handicaps, trying to look like PGA Tour pros. This will never ever look like PGA Tour pro. I'm a scrapper, I'm a scrambler like most of us, and that's what I love about golf, solving the problem with the limited ability that I have. This ball is above my feet, the grass is dry, so luckily the blades of grass are not lush, they're not going to grip my club so easily, but it's above my feet, it's going to turn over right to left. Club's going to get through the grass nicely. There's a few long pieces here which may wrap, so I've got to keep that swing speed nice, and I'm going to turn over right to left from the white tree back toward the pin, expecting a shot middle to back of the green, 150 with an 8 iron. Man, it's going to sweep big time right to left. I pace this out, it's 9 yards to the hole, actually a very decent result. I wish that the grass were a bit different, but we're going from elephant grass growing this way to sandy grass which is being repaired to long lush grass onto the green. So I'd rather just skip over this first 3 grasses straight onto the green. So it's uphill, it's a 3 yard carry, maybe a yard onto the green, and the last 6 yards going to roll out. So that's an 8 iron. But it is a little slower and it's uphill, so I'm going to maybe just pitch this a little longer than 3 yards, maybe 4 yards, and let it roll out 5. Yeah, so that's the best I can do from there, I think, because can't putt that which I would normally do on a course with better grass. One of my favorite holes on this golf course, because the actual widest part of the hole is at my driver area. There's a tree up on the left hand side that is a pretty good marker of what I'll be in line with if I hit a nice drive. It's pretty firm up there. I could bound on if I get the right line. If I fade it into the fairway, it's going to stop quicker because the grass is a bit greener, a bit lusher. Oh my dear Matty Boom Boom, that is long. So from 96 yards, we've got a slight breeze into us. The pin is a yellow one, which means it's at the back. 56 degree will be money here, because if I catch the right number, it's going to be just past the pin. If I hit it crap, which to be honest, I'm not hitting them well, I could just leave it 10 yards, 15 yards short and just putt up the green. Like there, I think I've gone way under that, and I think it's short. Yeah, like, man, I don't know what the hell. My wedges used to be real decent, huh? What happened, cats? What do you think happened to my wedge game? Oh, man alive, huh? Caddy no good.
Caddy no good.
Can we change the caddy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let's... So I can't look at this hole and go, whoa, this looks so wide, I'm going to smash it. So I'm going to confirm it on the app. And this is the thing. I would think this is wide and I'd bash a driver, but it narrows and it's very firm up there. So if I catch a little downhill, I'm going long and only in form, because then I'll be able to hit that little gap, which seems to be 35, 40 yards wide up there, with either side being jungle. I think I'm going to take the chance today. I'm going to take the chance today. After that last drive, I think I felt something, because I think what I've been doing is standing up on my drives, because like I say, I've lost the confidence. I haven't been playing tighter courses. With jungle on either sides, I've been playing that one course quite often, so I've got a bit too lackadaisical there. So let's stay down, Maddie. Let's stay down. Let's hit that same beautiful drive we just hit. Nice tempo, Maddie. That should be fine. They've widened it up on the right there, but we're going to use the shot pattern app to set up our final approach. What I can see through the trees here is a 200-yard marker, and I don't want to go there. I have to carry that bunker over there to leave myself a decent approach. And I don't want a 200-yard approach to a par 5 if I can avoid it. So to carry that bunker is only 112 yards, leaving 139 into the green. And then if I go a little further, the maximum I can go before I hit the rough is 139. So let's take our 139 max club. Oh, see, it's dry, so I made clean contact with it, just over the bunker. Now it's rolling like limp biscuit because it's so firm down there. Moving back into the fairway. Oh man, we might have a sand wedge in. What a shot. This is going to work a little bit left to right. It would have worked better if I actually land on the green, not on the fringe. Damn! Stinky boy. No, pushy! You pushed it! You know, maybe it would have been better to take an iron off the tee and set up our final approach from the fairway so it's a bit more lush. So maybe that's something we have to learn. Fairway is soft, rough is very kang, you know, so we can't hit in the rough. Every hole kind of has a great miss, like 90% of the time, even regardless of where the pin is located. So here it's always short left. So I'm going to take my 6 iron because that's the one that fits into that 195, 197 yard range. And if we catch it, we could reach the whole pin here. Oh damn, that's so good. We've got a 9 yard carry, 4 yard rollout. That's 4 divided by 9 is 0.5. 12 minus 0.5 is a sand wedge or a 52 or gap wedge. Roll through. Okay, yeah, that's just a product of the lie. I just hate this grass so much, but what can we do about it? Not too much. Looks pretty dead straightish. Not nice to leave yourself 14, 15 footers after a freaking chip. Doesn't matter when you putt like that though. Doesn't matter when you are putting, maestro. So what's up, man? Shit. Now shit, we get to this hole over here, and this is a tricky one. So what I'm going to do is have a look at the width here to find out where's the widest part to go. Driver is actually not really out of the question, to be honest. From this distance, I don't think I can reach that bunker, and I will clear the bunker on the left. I'm going to take the driver because I think I'm not going to hit it in the bunker on the right. That's all. I don't think I'm going to hit it way left, but I'm definitely not going in the bunker on the right hand side, which is money. If I were further forward on the yellow tees, I would never hit driver. Now let's hope that stays short. Sun, nah? Sun bunker. Now I've left myself a 106 yard shot, 105 yard shot from the rough, kind of into the breeze. So from the rough already, we don't have as much control as a pitching wedge or niner from the middle of the fairway, you know, that nice compact lie. Now we're in, you know, like I say, the grass here is elephant grass. So how do I make sure that I get enough on this to not dump it in the bunker in front of me? I just take less loft. So 56 is out, 52 is in. If I catch it real good, it goes over the pin by 10 or 15 yards. I'll chip and putt, no problem. But I just don't want to leave it in this bunker by hitting a fluffy 56. And so when I take the ball, wowzer, wowzer, wowzer buster, we are on a 483 yard par 4 directly into a club and a half of wind. That's a long ass hole. That you're looking at about playing 500. So I have to find where can I hit my driver and is it possible? And it looks to me as if it's very possible. And the line it's showing me on the app is along the line of the trees. Okay? Oh, it's downhill, very firm here, okay? It's so firm that from 128 here, I can't actually just hit a, you know, I can't hit my normal 48 degrees. So I'm actually chipping a 9 iron because it's so firm that I will surely cock it up. So we hit a 9er. We'll start it on the right side of the green because the ball's above my feet, and it hopefully will come back in toward the pin right to left. And now we have to clear this bunker at about 150 yards to clear. And one of the things I like about the shot pattern app or distance app measuring app on the phone is I can actually check the distance to the back of the green and to the front of the green. The pin here is more on the front, so we've got about 162 to the front. Let's just double check how far we are to the pin. And then once we have that, we know what we really have to be shooting for. So the pin's at 174, so we probably have like 10 to 12 yards from the front to the pin, and it's into the breeze. I don't want to go super long here because if I go 10 yards beyond the pin, there's a downslope that takes you to the bottom tier. So we always want to stay on the top. So I reckon if I play this at about 170 and hit a club into the wind that normally goes 175. Wow, absolutely brilliant. Probably the best shot of the day. Best shot of the day. Feels pretty straight. And then we have a burn mark on the side of the cup. That means the grain is growing this way. That could influence the putt at the end of the putt as it slows down. So 7 foot, I mean 0%, we're going center cup, but with the grain, we're talking like maybe on a slow green, 1. So 1% caused by the grain could be the right edge here on a 7 footer because the grain is right to left. Yes! Sometimes you hit really shit shot. I've had to take a drop, but if you drop 2 club lengths from the post, it goes on the cart path, so I just dropped over here, I don't care. The thing I like about the shot pattern app is we've got 150 to the front here, and I really need to know the back distance because there's water back there. I don't want to go past 178. So we're into the breeze, that breeze is going to take off, it feels like at least a club, could be a club and a half. So the pin is playing at 156. Let's add 10 to that, 166. We know we don't want to go more than 176. So I'm going to hit my 165 yard club here. Let's go 8 iron. Get up, ball. Get up. Whoa, sit down. Wow, okay, nung look. Okay, kaujai. Oh, bit of a disappointment. I don't think I've ever gone in the water left. Never. First time in the water left. And it's the first time that you've caddied for me this year. Coincidence? It looks as though me trying to hit a fade off the tee is starting to work. So I have to accept that it may be the one that's coming out. With that in mind, having a look at the shot pattern app, it's a risky one because actually it's telling me the driver's not to play. But we're going to give it a go anyway, because sometimes I like to just go with the vibe. Didn't really work out for me in the last par 5, so let's see what happens here. Let's just nice and smooth. Let's swing it nice and smooth. Well. If I could hit little faders like that all day and lose 20 yards, I'll be very happy. We have wind into us off the left. We've got big ass bunkers on the left. We've got a lot of space up on the right hand side, short of this pin. And we're going to see the best place to aim here is actually quite right of the pin. That's where my scatter pattern is going to be absolutely money. And that is aiming at that big ass tree over there. So if I hit it at that big ass tree over there, we have to also account for the lie of the ball. So the ball is below my feet, so it's probably going to squirt left to right anyway. But I'm still sticking with that tree. I'm not moving my target to the left just because right is a nicer place. So 4 iron into the breeze. Cat, the breeze has dropped. 5er is going to be a better play here. First time putting a 5 iron in my bag. Tacoma 201s. Yeah, it does squirt off to the right there like I thought, which is perfect. Leaves me a pitch onto the green. No birdie, no tape. Well, that probably was a pitching wedge of 48 degree. So let's hit it firm. 2 cups. Oh, you didn't hit it hard enough. I didn't hit it hard enough. It just depends how I'm feeling on the driver. If I can hit that little fader again, I'm pretty confidential. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the driver. I'm going to hit driver. We're going driver. And we're going to try get this one with that little fader. Try hit that little fader like we were earlier. Every shot basically. No draws have come out today, Maddie. Come on, don't convince yourself of a draw. We've hit the fade, but it's going to those bunkers. Short of the bunkers. Ah, short of the bunkers, damn. This fade is working, huh? We've got 191 yards. Reducing the distance on a 5-iron, I want to hit a confidential shot. I want to hit a shot, like I can remove the distance with a 5-iron by gripping down or reducing my backswing, but I don't trust it, right? So I'm going to hit the 6-iron, which I trust, and let it start it out to the right, let it come in. And if I miss, if it goes straight, I'm going to be right edge of the green. Because if I go dead at the pin and it goes over, I'm in the water. Yep, long right, money. We've left it 15 yards in the chipping area, and the reason I like this play is that 15 yards over the green, directly at the pin, is in the water. If I go left here, and I just aim at the pin and yank it off that ball above my feet lie, I'm also in the water. Sticking out to the right here, it went dead straight, and we're still safe, easy chip. Be good. 52 degree, 15 yards. See, it's like so inconsistent, but good pace control. It looks a little bit left to right, so I'm going to go dead straight. So it looks left to right, the grain's counteracting it. I think it's 0.25, 0.25, square, straight on. This is a tough one, straight 6-footers. Man, you have to be sure you're getting that putter start online. Come on. Check out this video over here for more information on how I see the golf course, and get that shot pattern app, 20% off, link in the description. Absolutely money app.